Do you struggle with giving yourself flowers? Well, in this episode, we are showing you how you can celebrate yourself, so stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to the Black Girls Den. I'm your girl Sheree.
And I'm Alicia.
So in today's episode, we are going to be talking all about celebrating ourselves. So many of us don't get enough of our flowers. We don't get enough credit. So today, this episode is going to be talking all about how we can embrace ourselves and how we can commemorate ourselves also, because if nobody's going to give us our flowers, then hell, we got to give it to them. Give it to us ourselves.
Period.
So as y'all know, we always start out with our little Den diaries. So today we're going to switch it up a little bit and we're going to bring back our game that y'all know that we normally play called Lyrically Correct.
Yes,
so we're going to end up picking a card out and seeing if we can get the answer right.
Let's see if I can get this answer.
What was the first thing that came to Usher's mind when his chick on the side said she was 3 months pregnant and she's keeping it?
What's his other girl? Like his girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what came to his mind.
But there was a specific thing he said.
How the heck did I get myself into this?
You're kind of saying a different lyric. Let me read it again. What was the first thing that came to Usher's mind when his chick on the side said she was 3 months pregnant and she's keeping it?
She's 3 months pregnant and first thing that came to mind was you. Second thing, if I know what is mine. I said the chick, yes.
No, the answer is you though, ma'am.
I mean, the answer is you, but I was like, his girl.
Yes, but that's what I was looking for, the specific pronoun.
Okay, you.
Yes,
okay,
you.
Pronoun. I identify as you. Usher, call me. Okay. Oh, yeah. Ooh, what did Donnell Jones say in the message to his girl?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Now y'all bringing out my little gray hairs.
Okay, because I don't even know who Donnell Jones is.
Really? What?
No, I don't know who he is.
Oh, my God.
So I'm glad I didn't get this song.
What did the message say? Something about message.
I don't even know the song.
This was back in like our mom and dad's age range.
That's why I don't know these songs. That's why I don't know him, I meant.
Yeah, Donnell Jones was one of the most famous R&B people back in that time, in the 90s.
I have heard the name. Granted, I've heard the name. But
what's the message that he said he left?
to his girl. Mm-hmm.
I know how the song goes, but child, I don't remember what he says in the message, to be honest with you.
He won't be coming home.
Okay.
I didn't know. You want to do another one?
Sure.
Right.
We'll do
to
one more.
redeem yourself.
I don't know all Donnell Jones songs like that. I know one of them went viral on TikTok last year. And
you got to hold it so I can pick
it was hitting.
Oh, it was. Okay. What did Erykah Badu say to the brothers and after greeting the sisters? What did Erykah Badu say to the brothers after greeting the sisters?
What did Erykah Badu say to the brothers after greeting the sisters?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, child. What the 90s people? No, ma'am, this is not my era. This is my mother's era or somebody 45 and up. Man, I've been listening to Erykah Badu's songs all my life, and it's like, why do I not know these women's lyrics?
Yeah, because it was a greeting. I don't even know if it was a lyric or not. I have no idea.
Okay, can you repeat it again? What
did Erykah Badu say to the brothers after greeting the sisters? Do y'all know? Let me know.
I don't know. Come together, Mother Africa, or something like that.
Y'all all right?
Oh, okay.
So let us know if you would have got that.
But yeah. That. So she did way better than me.
Anyways. That's our Lyrically Correct. Alicia,
this is what Usher is. Hopefully I can hear it. I'm sure he'll perform that song. I'm going to his concert here soon. So excited for that.
So sad, but USHERRAYMOND.
But yeah, so guys, we are going to be talking about in this episode how to celebrate yourselves. And also, within that self, did you have a win of the week that you want to talk about?
I'm trying to think of a good win of the week that I could share. That is like, oh my gosh. I've been thinking about a win of the week. A win of the week is that I get to celebrate my birthday on the beach.
Oh,
So I think that's one of the week. Yes. So after I go this episode.
Right.
This episode will come out after I be able to celebrate my birthday on the beach. So yeah, that's my win of the week. I was able to go on a beach trip for my birthday.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, what's that called?
Would have been on a beach trip.
Yes, but I got to basically I paid to go on a beach trip, so that's the one of the week because I've been wanting to go to this place forever.
Oh, okay.
I'm finally able to go.
Gotcha.
So yes, that's my one of the week.
My one of the week. Honestly, I can't really think of any off the top of my head. Honestly, besides I told you that I did have a meeting with my big boss. Who kind of said that she would be my letter of recommendation. Like she would put a reference in for me if I am trying to relocate somewhere. So I guess that's kind of like a win of the week.
Yeah, that's actually really great because, those are really big things. Recommendations, references, and everything.
Because, we trying to move. So, and let us know if y'all have any recommendations of where we try to move to because we still trying to figure it out.
Okay, we should be sponsored by moving companies. How much we talk about relocating. If you have a moving company or you know a moving company, we need all the smoke over here. We need to talk about relocating. We need sponsors that help people relocate and move because, baby, we talk about it Sheree actually talks about every episode.
I really do because, baby, I'm trying to get up out of Kentucky. Please and thank you.
Okay, so yeah, that's cool to, give us some sponsorships. But before we keep it moving, if y'all didn't know, we have wine glasses, Black Girls Den Podcast.
Yes.
And then we have mugs. So you all can, get a wine glass or get a mug. Your first order is 15% off with BGDPOD in the actual, code. And get these. In the description. It's more expensive if you get it personalized with your name. But yes, we wanted to share this with y'all to check them out and then tag us when you purchase one. We love to see y'all drinking them, whether you drink lemonade, water, wine, Kool-Aid, tea. Just drink something and put it in here.
Yes.
And then think about us.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
And then if y'all still do like candles, we still have our candle. At this point, child, this is going on week 4? And
yes.
We are barely burning. Granted, we do burn it when the episodes air, but still, it's not even halfway done. So I'm we're ready for the fall scents. We're ready for the fall scents because this is still the summer, a bit of sunshine. So we need some pumpkin spice, some cranberry or cinnamon or something like that.
And that's 20% off with the code BGDPOD. So go ahead and support our businesses. When you support our businesses, they're not our businesses, but when you support our partners, then you're supporting us.
Period.
So we love it.
So yeah, today we're talking about creating your own lane and celebrating ourselves. Today we are actually going to be honing in on someone who is very successful, has created her own lane. She has been in the film industry since she was a little girl acting. She was in a very famous movie that has the letter B, so I'm going to say. So yeah, she's a mom. She has a podcast now. So could y'all guess who she is?
Okay, 3 seconds. Put it in the comments if you got it before we tell you the answer. And
so today we're going to be talking about Miss KeKe Palmer.
Yes, the one and only. Do you know what is crazy? Her name. You know her name is Akilah, right?
Yes.
But you know that Akilah is her middle name?
No. What's her actual full name? Real name?
It's Lauren.
Lauren, yes. Lauren Palmer. Oh, yeah, duh.
Lauren Palmer.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, Akilah and the Bee, she has her own movie named after her.
Yeah. That's what the whole thing is about. Yeah.
Yeah, but when I was younger watching it, I didn't know that.
Never knew that was her name, Akilah. Yeah.
And even she goes by KeKe. I really didn't even think KeKe and Akilah together, right. But it's the fact that if that says nothing about her, it's she was young, very young. She was in Medea's Family Reunion. Yes. And then Akilah and the Bee, and it's that's literally her movie. Well, I don't know if it was her movie, but was the movie for her?
The movie is about the spelling bee essentially, but I feel because they used her name and they kind of tied it into one. But of course, the movie had its own narrative. But it was no.
I know the movie had its own narrative, but I'm saying Sister was created because of Tia and Tamara.
Oh no, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
that's another. So create your own lane. Yeah, because their brother was in Smart Guy, and the twins were just on the set, and so they created the whole. So that's why I'm thinking like Akilah to be like, how did that come about? And so knowing that her name is really Akilah, like her middle name is Akilah, it's like, so did someone pitch like, oh, there's a spelling bee and Akilah and the B? That's all I was just thinking,
Possibly,
like,
child. I don't know the backstory.
How did she get that movie?
Yeah.
And then she has her books, then she has her music, then she got her TV show like career. She created her own summer show. It was called KeKe and something. I watched it or whatever. It was kind of cute. I was like, oh, that's so cool. Yep. So, you know, doing her talk show thing. But yeah.
And then last year she hosted the VMAs at her house or something.
Oh, she did?
No, the Soul Train Awards.
She did?
Yeah, she did.
Oh.
She was the main person that hosted the whole thing. The whole entire award show.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. And she always talks about KeKe keeps a job Palmer.
Yes, she does.
She had about 6 jobs. But, you know, she created her own lane. In the film industry, like, that's kind of what you have to do. So, that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah. And we're also just talking about, like, how you can create your own lane, or if you are creating your own lane, like, the steps of that. And also really about just celebrating yourself. Like I said before, I feel like us women, we don't give ourselves enough flowers. And child, we go through so much stuff. Rather, it's just being a woman in general is a lot, especially when it goes into like motherhood. Oh, that's a whole nother subject. We ain't there yet because we are single women.
I have no idea.
Kid
about
free,
motherhood.
but
yeah, kid free.
But we gonna get into it. So with essentially creating your own lane, I mean, starting with self-assessment, it's all about like reflecting on your strengths, passions, and unique skills. So what are you generally interested in and what are you good at? And do you understand these aspects and how will they help you identify where you excel? So, I mean, do you feel like you do a self-assessment of what you're trying to go for?
Yeah, I feel like I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses and I know like what I like to do and what I don't like to do. So I feel like when that's like the easiest part. That's the easiest part of like, okay, when I create my own lane, what can I create? So I know I like to talk, so I could create a podcast. I know I don't have enough money for a talk show. Well, I have a podcast, so like self-assess.
You created your own lane in that sense. And I'm like, you kind of did that with your own vlogging as well. Like you were into traveling, so I know there's a lot of travel vloggers out there. But like, do you feel like you created your own? I don't know. I guess maybe like your own brand in a sense.
I definitely do think I created my own brand, but I actually started off blogging with studying abroad, and so I seen where I could insert myself in because there wasn't like a lot of black women who was studying abroad. Right. All that they weren't blogging about it. And I do remember someone blogging about it. So then when I got into the blogging space, I did start doing that. But then that's when I started learning more about YouTube. I never was a person that like watched YouTube, like vloggers or whatever. I just watched it for music videos or whatever. So then I decided to create my own lane, I guess. Well, I didn't really decide to create. Well, I decided to create my own lane with the blogging. Like, I'm going to be a travel blogger. Yes, I don't see that many people. There were some people out there, but not that many people out there. Right. Then when I got in the space, I learned about different things, and then that's when I got into YouTube. I was like, okay, let me be able to create travel vlogs. Like, let me do different things like that. Let me create my Instagram. So that's kind of how I got into it. I like traveling. I know I like to document. It's easy for me. And then, from that, I've done other things and kind of like progressed in that. And now I don't really do travel content creation no more.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. And also like with creating your own lane. So we're looking at some key points here. It says you have to research the field, develop your unique value proposition, build your brand, network, and connect. So I think those are definitely, I'm not saying that KeKe Palmer did all the things because of course she's been in her industry for years now since she was like a small girl. So she's got a team of people to do research and stuff. But I think also too, she probably did because she probably wanted to figure out how can she fit in. Like she just said, like where you identify the gaps and like also like how can you craft your own lane. That's what it's all about.
Well, I think with KeKe Palmer, I know a little bit about her story. I don't know too much, but I know her mama took her everywhere. She actually was raised Catholic, and her mama took her places or something like that. Like she would be in the Catholic, and she was singing.
I don't know too much about her.
Oh yeah,
except for she's from Chicago, right?
Yeah, some part of Chicago. Yeah, I actually like KeKe Palmer. So you know, she's kind of like one of my faves. Like she's a boss or whatever. But yeah, so I would say with her, like her mama did put her out there. I don't know what her mama did. Now I don't know in that sense, but one thing she's talking about is like. Growing up in the industry, you know, kind of like you're a business. She kind of learned that early. You're a business. And she's the only, if you notice, she's the only actress who has been able to be on Nickelodeon and Disney at the same time.
Oh, yeah, I do remember someone saying that. Yes,
yeah, she's the only one. And that's because she positioned herself to be like, no, I'm a business. That's a business. That's a business. And so going in that, she definitely had to network. She definitely had to develop her unique proposition. So she talks about Tyler Perry. She talks about Nick Cannon, because I think Nick Cannon did something like that too. Yeah. Whatever. So she talked about him. And so she is networking. She is talking, and she's building her own brand. And she talked about how she had to transition from regular, like, you know, becoming a film, like, not a filmmaker, but being like action like that. And then how she used social media. People weren't using social media, but she actually used social media, and she is running with it. Like, she's creating people, she's creating shows. She has her own network, Key TV Network. So like that goes right into like building your own thing. She was like, baby, I'm gonna have a network. And who else has a network? Oprah Winfrey has a network. Right. And so she can create her own shows on her own network. Right. She has the shows on there. She has. It's
like she's almost like a little small female Tyler Perry, to be honest, because she can change this into so many characters. I
like Oprah. Oh yeah, like Oprah and Tyler. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what she reminds me of.
Yeah, she plays all these characters, and she talks about having the intellectual property about it. She also does have a team now. We do know that, but now she hosts her own podcast with Wondery. So it's like she is just on there. But one thing, she will plug herself for any job. She even told Tyler Perry that, and she's like, we need to work together. She's like, this is not gonna be our last time. He's like, okay, I got a role for you. She's like, okay. And it's like there. So I think like she's a great person. And she was never in any drama. I mean, till the baby daddy and recently stuff like that with the kid. But like she was never in any drama. She's just like a good person, a good spirit. So I think also that shows who your character is and how your character can withstand in the industry. So I think that she's a great person to like just see if how she was able to, you know, create her own lane. And she definitely celebrates herself, and I think people definitely celebrate her as well too. She posts, it's so quick, it's up there. Like people love KeKe Palmer. Like they don't play about her. Like she's like the little cousin or whatever. So I think she's done all these things. And then of course, you know, she is trying new things. She's branching out with the TV shows, with the network. I wouldn't say TV shows, I would say like the skits on the Instagram skits and stuff like that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And I think, like I said, since she's been in the industry from a young age, she's always kind of crafted her own message. Like she's always stood out. Like even I can even say like with That's So Raven, like I think she's also somebody that kind of created their own lane. If we go into like the Disney kids and stuff like that, like those two, they really stuck out the most to me. Like KeKe Palmer, she's had her different heights. Like a lot of people may not know who she is. Like, of course, like if you're in the Black community, you know, culture and stuff like that, you most likely will know who KeKe Palmer is. And I mean, the episode is not necessarily all about her, but this is somebody that we ideally chose because each episode, since we are chasing our dreams, we are talking about women's success stories. Each episode we want to dedicate like to a successful woman of color, specifically, you know, someone like KeKe Palmer. So yeah.
I think it goes into talent too, though, because KeKe Palmer can sing, she can act, and then she also can write. So, I mean, this is called Black Girls Den, but for an example, Jamie Foxx, he can sing, he can act, and he can be a comedian. And guess who looks up to him? B. Simone. I don't know if B. Simone can sing, but she does comedy. So even with Jamie Foxx, like he's like a triple threat, and like he gets all the flowers that he can be. So I think something to think about, even creating your own lane. Think about that. Like think about your talent. Think about who you are. Think about the attributes that you have already, like your God-given talents. Like think about that. If you can sing, what can you pair with singing? If you can act, what can you pair? If you can write, like what can you pair? Like Tyler Perry can write, but he also can produce.
Yes.
You know, he writes, produces, and he directs. Which one is his best talent? What does he do? So now he's up top producing so much and directing probably that he's not even writing. Right. So you got to kind of think about what talents you can put together that go hand in hand, that, you know, you're able to like progress to create your own lane.
Oh yeah, definitely. And looking at these key points, with that saying, like, you have to know how to be adaptable, stay adaptable, commit to learning. Is a lifelong learning. Commit to lifelong learning to keep updating your knowledge and your skills. So whenever you are creating your lanes, like, how are you going to craft yourself? Like, are you going to stay committed to doing something else? Or like in our previous episode, we talked about being multi-passionate, so you may have something you have wanted to always do. And are you going to try to keep driving forward in that lane, or are you going to step out and do something different? Like Rihanna was in music for so long, then she branched out and she got into the beauty industry of it, and she kind of created her own lane in a sense, and she's like on top of the beauty industry. And then also it says here, like, persist and iterate. So success may not come immediately. Be prepared to face challenges. When you're creating your own lane, you don't know what opportunity is going to arise. You're probably going to run into some problems sometimes. I mean, life is not easy anyway. It's very challenging. So it's all about persistence and consistency, I feel like, in creating your lane as well. And like you said, having that team around you, if you can have the support team to go at, like, to help you achieve the dreams that you're going for, I think that really makes a big difference. Like with KeKe Palmer, she had her mom, who's been like the manager of her success, kind of like she's been with her since day one. Like, she did not play. Like, when it came to those contracts, mama was looking over everything. Like, I read and I listen to like KeKe Palmer's back history, her stories and stuff sometimes, and her mom did not play. Like, that's one kid you did not hear about no crazy stories, like, from the industry, because it's cutthroat, and the stuff that happened I didn't want to talk about on this channel. But thankfully, I'm sure she's been through some things, but she's able to persevere, and it seems like she's doing all right despite the whole baby daddy situation. But we ain't gonna touch bases into that. But yeah,
I wonder where she lives. Just a random thought. Like, I don't know if she lives in Chicago or New York. I don't really know.
I have no idea.
But I was just saying that because
I was thinking that she lived in LA, because when they did the Soul Train Awards, that's where they hosted the award show at. They were in LA at her. That was supposed to be her house that they did it at, and they were definitely in LA. So I don't know unless she moved, because they be bouncing around.
Yeah, because I remember when she was talking to Tyler Perry, she was like, "Yeah, you helped us get some money," because she's from Chicago, so she had to fly out to LA and stuff like that. So I don't really know where she lives. That was just me kind of being nosy, so I don't know. But I would say one example of me kind of creating my own lane, like in my life, I would say more or less like. In general, I've always wanted to be a talk show host, right? But I have no resources to be a talk show. No, I have no resources to pay for a talk show or whatever. I don't know how the heck to get on a talk show. Right? So
reach out to Jennifer Hudson.
Okay, baby, let me take
Tamron.
Yes, I actually love Tamron, but. Of course. So I even got into podcasting because I was like, oh, this can help me. This can, like, I could hone in my interview skills. I can be able to meet people. I can be able to build my network and stuff like that. So thinking about something small that you can do to create your own lane. So from that, like I did say, I did podcasting, then I started my YouTube channel or whatever. I do remember my cousin being like, oh, you look so nervous when you do your YouTube. I was like, oh, okay. And then, like, when I seen her a couple years later, she's like, you don't sound nervous anymore. Like, you're just talking, So I've honed that in, right? But then, like, in 2019 or 2020, I don't know. I got a random idea. I don't even know. Like, my friend, but I don't know if it's like an idea from God. I don't know. But I do want to have my own talk show. But I'm like, well, why am I waiting for somebody else to create my talk show? And I can create my own talk show myself. So I actually created my own talk show.
I remember watching it.
Oh, yeah. I have 3 seasons of it, but it's called Behind the Brand because I like storytelling. I like getting people's stories out. That's why I like to write. I like to share. So something I know I'm good at is I know I'm good at networking. I know I'm good at talking. And that goes into interviewing. Okay. So I put all those together, and I was able to create my talk show Behind the Brand. And so I put it on YouTube because that's all I got right now.
Right.
So I was just like, this is going to be my portfolio. So I was like, let me use my portfolio. I don't know if you remember, but I told y'all like a couple episodes ago about my passion to profit, passion to paycheck. That is, again, that's me interviewing, right? So this whole entire time I'm doing things, it may not look on a large scale, but it's doing things to kind of help me navigate and create my own lane. So now if you see me, you see I have a podcast, you see I'm on YouTube, you see I've written. So it's like I have all these experience together. Now if someone wants to give me a real talk show, I'll be happy to come
help out.
Right? Okay. So, but I think that's something that you have to do too. So I did 3 seasons. I did one in Atlanta. I did one in Radcliffe. I did somewhere, I can't remember the other place. Radcliffe, Atlanta. Maybe I only did 2 seasons. And I want to do a 3rd season. Dang, yeah, I only did 2 seasons. I might do a season in Louisville, but it just really depends because I don't really know where I'm going to interview people unless they come to the den. I have no idea.
Right.
I haven't got to that place yet because I've just been doing so many other things. But for an example, I'm like, if you want to create your own lane, you kind of do got to step out on faith, and you have to have determination, faith, and like perseverance. Because like that's really why I stopped doing interviews, because you got to find people, meet people, you got to be on people's schedule. So you got to really like want what you want to do to create your own lane. Like I would love to create shows and do skits and all that stuff like that, but that's a step that I have not taken because it's so much work. So to that, I just wanted to be like, if you want to like create your own lane, if you want to be able to kind of craft it, what you do, just think about your resources, who you have, and think about what you want to put your mind to. And yeah, because my first episode, my first season, I think I did like 8 episodes. And then my second season, my first season, I did 6. My second season, I think I did like 8 or 10, and it was like, whoo, oh my gosh. Oh, that's what I did. Instead of doing another behind the brand, I did a love series. I did a marriage series. So I interviewed 4 people. Which
I think you said that you interviewed married couples.
Yes. So I did my
on
parents,
their success story, how long they've been married.
Yeah,
and stuff,
I did my parents' friends, and then a couple other people that I did. Yeah, so I didn't do this. So yeah, so that's what I did. But it's just like trying to figure out what's going to stick, and that one did actually really good. Now, did I have energy to do it again? No, because I didn't do it this year, right? But that's because we started this podcast, so I didn't do it. But I would love to, like, that's me. Like, I would love to interview and talk to people and stuff like that. So maybe one day, it can be big. It can go to the next level. But it's like, I kind of got to figure out, or like you have to figure out, like, kind of what you want to do. And so although I'm not interviewing now it's like, okay, this is another thing, because I have interviewed, I have had co-hosts, I have had guests and stuff like that. So now this is a different, like, I wouldn't say hurdle, but this is a different, or even obstacle, but this is different because it's like, okay, we're in each other, like, we're like, side by side doing it, we're talking. I'm still like, doing my craft, but it's still like a different thing, because what if one day they're like, oh, you want to be a talk show host, but like, you're on the real. Like, I wanted to be on the real so bad, not so bad, but like, now that's dang canceled. But I'm like, even with KeKe Palmer, I would like, even with that, like, there's still things to do. So it's like, okay, I'm still working on my craft, although I'm not doing behind the brand. Now, will that come back? It may come back if someone wants to pay to sponsor to help me pay for it. It can come back, right? But you just, doing different little things to kind of help build your brand and create your own lane are some things that you just have to kind of do on your own, but you have to like make sure that like, you like it and you want to do it. So that's what I wanted to say about that part.
I mean, yeah, definitely. When it comes down to creating your own lane, you have to be passionate about what you're creating your lane for. So I think overall, for me, when it comes to creating my own lane, I don't know. I've dabbled into so many different little things. Like I was on YouTube for a little bit, and I was trying to be in the beauty industry and stuff, but that really didn't quite work out. Then I was kind of like in the fashion segment or whatever. I was trying to create my own lane with that. What I was trying to do was create a fashion line for like women that are particularly like in uniform like myself, because I was in security, I was in the military at the time. So it was basically going to be like, okay, for these women, when y'all coming out on the weekends, this is like a brand for you all. So I was kind of creating my own lane with that. That's what it was dedicating to, like people that were like first responders or like women in uniform, essentially. Like, this is a fashion brand for you guys. So I'm like, that's something I kind of envisioned. I'm not saying that may not come back. I may just have to shift some things around, because probably by the time that I do create fashion or something again, it won't be necessarily for a women in uniform, because that won't be really me anymore. But
that's good. Well, don't you wear uniform?
I do now. Yes. No, I'm saying like, in the future or something like that, I may have to craft out something else for like another segment of like women, but that's neither here nor there. But I think even with this podcast, like, this is like the most current project I can say where we're creating our own lane. the podcast industry, some people be like, it's saturated, it's not saturated. Child, I don't know. I just know it's a lot of damn podcasts, and there's a lot of Black women podcasts. So we were like, how do we stick out, and how are we making ourselves unique? And I think one way we're doing it is like paying homage to other women, and also creating like a community. Like, we are passionate about connecting with local businesses, putting them on. It's like, as we're growing, we want to help them grow. A lot of people always want to compete against others, and we see competitors, obviously, but I also feel like you say
I don't see them.
So yeah, I'm like, to me, I feel like you can compete against somebody, but you can also work with them. I feel like there's a room for everybody to get a bag, even if one podcast has 1 million followers, some podcasts can have the same audiences. Like, I just feel like, to me, if you can create your own audience and build up your brand, then you're going to be fine. And I think with the podcast now, like how we are always dedicating it to like certain segments, like we have a lot of diversity, but it's relating to our lives too, because so many podcasts, like, you just see them, not no shade to them, like they will have big interviews where it's like they're only talking more so about like that person that's on the show, like that celebrity or whatever, like, and it would be great to get to that point, but I always want to have the uniqueness behind it, like what we're doing, like stick to the main principality of it, which was women chasing their dreams. So I think that's how we're creating our lane, because I'm like, a lot of podcasts that I listen to, they're kind of similar to this, but they're not really hitting on the service.
They already created their dream life.
Yes.
They already there, baby. We ain't there yet.
Yeah, so we still crafting.
Yeah, they already created it. Or they are talking about like totally different things, I would say. That's why I say I don't really see competition. There is a lot of Black women podcasts, but I think that we are kind of unique in kind of how we do it, because you always see, like, I mean, you see the Jaders, you see the B. Simones, like, they're already at the pinnacle, right? You can only see that so much, but I feel like having regular people like that who are not in Atlanta, okay?
Right.
And so it's just like regular people who are still chasing and trying to figure out what we're doing. And also, true, I do hold, because I did do Behind the Brand, I do hold like partnership and community, local businesses. I think that's good, bringing up people with you. I think that is kind of good. We also have a passion. We love traveling.
Yes.
We also want to be able to do that with our listeners, and we also want to show like real life of us, like y'all are going on a journey with us as we're creating and building it to go up. We did start a fundraiser for that. For women in college to get their first passport. There may be some more donations. We're thinking about doing like a moving fund or relocation assistance thing if we can. So it's also about giving back and helping, and so it's kind of mutual versus like, people are already at their dreams and they're doing their level and they're just spitting out stuff, talking about
like
things.
some people are just on podcasts just because it's like a hobby, kind of like, oh, let's go on here and just like, no shade again, like if you got the platform, the audience, why not? But like, I think that's how
Savannah James.
Yeah, but I'm like, that's how we're creating our own lane. I'm not saying they don't give back, like I think those people they do, but we're giving back in our own unique way is what I'm trying to say. That's how we're creating our lane. I
was saying like Savannah James already has an audience.
Definitely.
Saying that, she doesn't really give back.
So with all of that in mind, like we talked about in the beginning of the episode, is ways to celebrate yourself. So these are just some ways. So let us know if you can relate to these, and let us know what are the ways that you celebrate yourself in the comments. So we have like treating yourself, write a journal entry. So that's like documenting your accomplishments and experiences, share with loved ones, throw a small party. Oh, I love that, because I'm like, I like to do small parties and stuff. Create a vision board. Definitely have done a few of those over the years. Pamper yourself. Take a trip. Engage in a favorite hobby. Set new goals. Create a keepsake. Give back, which we just talked about. Host a virtual celebration, which we kind of just did that with our Wind Down Wednesday event. Reflect and meditate. Create a success playlist. Document your achievement. So those are all different ways to celebrate yourself. And I love those. I think for me personally, I like to set new goals is definitely one of mine. And I think like enjoying a hobby as well is another way to celebrate myself. But even like, getting together with friends, like any type of achievements I had, like whether it's graduating with college or if I got a new job, there's always someone that's celebrating me in some senses. Like if I'm going out to like a small dinner, or even if I don't have to go out with a group of people, I can take myself out. Like if I accomplish something, I might just be like, hey, let me go pamper myself one day. Let me go get a massage. Like to, oh, I did this at work today. I was the only one who did this, or I accomplished this out of this month, out of the week, or, something like that. So, and taking trips, definitely. Anytime rather I get an accomplishment, go through a failure in life, baby, I'm taking a trip. So,
baby, there ain't even no achievement. Trip
exactly,
booked.
Trip.
Okay, trip is booked. Oh, yeah. I would say, I feel like treating myself is hard. I don't really know if I treat myself per se, but I would say maybe one of the ways I do celebrate myself, I'm trying to think. If I had a long week, I sleep in on Saturdays. But because it's a part of my, like, I don't like upkeep. I wouldn't say my nails are anything, but I think shopping, sometimes it's like a way to treat yourself a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that like going out to eat sometimes, like I do, like when I got a day off, I'm like, oh, I'm about to go give me some good food, chill, I think now with like what I think I do to celebrate myself, I do actually like hosting. I like being around people and stuff like that, but it's a lot going on. So I would say I like to travel. So I was like, okay, if I go here, like, if this happens, like, okay, I'm gonna go on a trip here. I'm gonna go on a trip here. If I reach this goal or that goal. I don't really set too many other goals because I barely could do the goals that I have already. I do like to pamper myself, so I would want to do a massage. I need to get better at that. Do a massage, like,
oh my God, yes.
If I want to like get my hair done more, but baby, hair, it's expensive. Okay,
you can celebrate yourself, but have the coins.
Okay, yeah. So it's really hard to celebrate yourself if you don't have the coins. So I'm like, I gotta think of something that is budget friendly,
right?
Okay, like if that's going out, like
one of those on there that is budget friendly is like creating your own vision board, like because you can do one in person or do one virtually, like using the Pinterest board or something. I've done that all the time. I made a digital one. There was like one year I did like a physical one. I put it up in my room and like I almost accomplished everything on that vision board. I said I wanted to take a trip to a foreign country. That happened. I wanted to get to like 20K in savings. That happened. I wanted to grow my hair longer. That was kind of like an individual, but I had like a certain length I had in mind, so that did happen.
So I'm like, I need to know.
Whoo, I was using a lot of coconut oil and keeping it in protective hairstyles.
Yeah, that I'm so mad because my hair, this girl, like, I don't know if she cut my hair, looks so much shorter, but baby, when I was getting protective styles, and it actually was in Atlanta, my hair like grew like all the way down.
Oh yeah.
So like here, I was like, baby, I need to put these back up in braids. I need to.
Yeah, I like grow. When I try to get my hair to grow, I keep my hands out of it. Like that's the best way, and no heat.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, but not to divert, but yeah.
Yeah. Like, but definitely vision board and I mean sometimes even with pampering yourself, you don't necessarily have to do anything where you're spending money. There can be even days like where you can go to the park or something and just go out there and go read a book or something with like some, I don't know, some tea or something. Or if you got a little flask, you might have some wine.
No, get a wine glass.
Yes. So
I was gonna
do
say
a little picnic by yourself, karaoke.
Yeah, I was gonna say go in places like karaoke. I mean that can be free. Or you might buy something to drink. Going to karaoke or like going out to like see something like an open mic night or something like that. You could do different things like that where it can like get you out the city. I'm not out the city, out your house.
Right.
Go. Or you can host something in your house too. I'm so excited because I've been able to host 3 things this summer with Sheree.
Yes.
So that's
one of them wasn't here for 4th of July.
Oh yeah, I know that. The karaoke was so fun. Yes, it was fun. But yeah, so like I like to do something like that. I guess like doing stuff that brings you joy. So it's like we want to make sure that if you have created your own lane, if you have worked hard for something, make sure to celebrate yourself and don't forget to celebrate yourself. Even if there's nobody else,
yourself.
Yeah, even if there's nobody else to celebrate with you, because dreams don't work unless you do. So if you worked for your dream, you need to celebrate your dream.
Yeah.
So I would say that too, and just write them down, have fun. And do something, even if it's you like just writing your journal, that's free. If it's just like going outside, doing something in the yard or whatever, like give yourself, like some celebratory music. Do a dance party,
right?
Something free. Play YouTube music.
Something.
Do a dance party.
And one thing I know you're not a huge fan of, but one thing that I used to do to like kind of give myself that motivation and stuff, I would just buy myself flowers like every other week. Like I would go to Kroger, Trader Joe, Aldi, wherever, and just buy some flowers. And just, I don't know. I've heard one of the YouTubers doing that. She was like, I buy flowers like for myself like twice a month. Do a little floral arrangements. You'd be surprised. Like that boosted up my energy, seeing like those beautiful flowers fresh in there. Like it just did something for the environment. I don't know why. But
yeah, flowers are not my thing, nor chocolate.
Oh.
But I hear you. To do that. That don't really boost me up, but that's just too much to take care of. I need something low maintenance, okay? But like buying shoes, that helps me.
Yes.
Buying clothes, that's me right there. It's just it's too much going on with all the flowers and this, doing that, whatever. But yeah, I just think that's why I was like, sleeping relaxes me. It gives me energy. It's like, oh my gosh, yes. Sleep is precious, so use your sleep wisely.
Yes, but if you guys can relate to any of these ways that we celebrate ourselves or creating our own lane, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, let us know your favorite way to celebrate yourself.
Yes. As you all know, we love to travel.
Yes. Oh, that's what I was going to say. We do love to travel. Let us know if we should do a trip to Napa Valley in California.
Oh yeah, I was like, this is her second time mentioning it, so clearly she wants to go. So
yeah, well, actually, I just want to go for the vibes because I don't even drink wine. I just think it's a cool.
I
spot
drink
to
wine.
Go.
I want to go for the vibes, the scenery, the wine, the food, everything.
Yeah. So and there is also one in Atlanta. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a wine and everything, but I just think it'd be a cool.
Nah, it don't hit the same as California though.
Yeah, California to fly. Yeah, so I just think it'll be a cool thing, but we can like celebrate ourselves, because we will be coming up on a year.
Oh, off topic.
2025.
Tia, is it Tamara's husband?
Tamara's husband owns a winery.
Yeah,
yes.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yes, they sure do.
Yeah, that's the one I want to go to.
Yes, you're gonna be spending money.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, so we will be.
My potential husband might be up there.
Okay. Oh, I know. In LA, you can meet your potential husband on this boat. I know about it. They may not be the same color as you, but it's gonna be okay.
Open to all.
Yes, March 2025. Let us know. Let us know what we should do for our 1-year anniversary of Black Girls Den.
Yes.
So that could be on.
So maybe
the
it could be a Black Girls Den trip.
Yeah, Black Girls Den trip. Come to one of y'all cities. Let us know. Let us know. So I'm just saying, so we can celebrate ourselves, celebrate y'all for listening, and it could all be full circle.
Yeah. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. So we're going to kind of end it off with, I guess, a hot seat.
Yes.
So we always end our episodes with a little bit of a game or some questionnaires, and then we do our affirmations as well. So I'm going to pick a card and see if Alicia will get it right.
Okay.
What Jeopardy category would I get 100% of the questions correct for?
Oh, that's a good one. Beauty.
Oh, that is a good one. Probably, yeah. Probably so.
Uh-huh.
And then what category would you get 100% of the questions? I'm going to say probably writing, or when it comes to like literature or something.
Let's go with writing.
Writing. Yes.
Yeah, writing. Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
So
then you'll pick a card.
Uh-huh. Oh, gosh. Oh. My idea of a good time always includes blank and blank. I like this one.
Your idea of a good time.
Two things that I think.
These hot seats really make you get to know somebody. Two things.
I already have an answer for you, so.
Hell, I would say money is one of them.
Oh.
But it could be. Okay, read the question again.
My idea of a good time always includes blank and blank.
That could be so many different things, though. Could it be food and music? Friends and food?
Oh, that was kind of close. Yeah, I was going to say...
So, I'm saying friends and food, but I could be wrong.
No, I was going to say friends and music, actually.
Oh, okay, so
yeah,
that was my second option. I was like friends and food, but I was like friends and music, so...
Yeah, so friends and food, yes, that would be mine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Your idea of a good time always includes a alcoholic beverage.
Ma'am, that makes me sound like an alcoholic.
No, like wine. You love wine.
I do.
It's
I
really
do.
wine, though.
Yes.
Wine. But
I'm not really a huge liquor girly. If I do, I drink cocktails.
I was gonna say a cocktail. It would be wine, cocktail. I would say and friends too. But if it's like more specific, like your idea of a good time includes a cocktail and like an outing, like like a party or like you go on a trip or something like that. So that's what I would say.
I would say that's pretty relatively close.
You thought
I can have
hard?
a good time by myself as long as I got some wine. I can be in the bubble bath listening to some Sade at home. That's a good time to me.
It is. Yeah, it said too because it's like wine in a bubble bath, wine in a TV show or something like that. You thought that was hard for me?
No.
Oh no. Well, you were saying that it was hard. Or you were like, it's hard to guess sometimes. That's what I was asking.
Oh yeah, because it could be different things. But I was like, I feel like it's probably gonna be friends and food or friends and music or something like that.
I love music, so yes, I'm not a singer, but I'm a rapper. I'm not a rapper. Yeah, I'm a rapper. If you didn't know.
Have no talent in any of the sorts.
I could sing a little bit, but I'd rather rap.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, but if I rap, I have to change my name.
Oh my God.
Because my raps, baby, y'all not ready for them, okay?
Oh, I think we did this one before. So now we're gonna do some affirmations. She's gonna pull one
to end the episode with some positivity.
And make sure y'all share this episode with your mother, with a friend, sister, cousin. A
dream chaser.
Yes,
it could be a man.
Right. And we are on TikTok at Black Girls Den. We are on Facebook at Black Girls Den. We are on Instagram at Black Girls Den. We are on LinkedIn.
Period.
So,
Black Girls Den podcast.
Make sure you share, like, comment, subscribe.
Well, Apple, Spotify are the main ones. Leave a review and rate us.
Yes, okay? Yes.
We need all the smoke.
We do.
Good smoke. Mine says you will never have this day again, so make it count. Make it count. Hey.
I like that. Ooh, this one's kind of long. This one says, the best and the most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen nor even touched, but just felt in the heart. Anne Sullivan.
Okay. What's the last part? Anne Sullivan? Oh, that's her name.
Yeah, Anne Sullivan. Yeah.
Okay, well, let this be a heartfelt message that we are giving you your flowers and we are celebrating you for listening to this episode. If you made it all the way through, comment down below. Thanks for the flowers.
Yes.
Shout out to us for the flowers. Maybe one day y'all can get some real flowers. We'll see.
Right.
But other than that, we'll be sending you virtual flowers through this episode. So subscribe, like, comment, and we'll see you next time. Wednesdays at 5 p.m.
Yes.
On YouTube, 5 a.m. audio.
Audio.
See you later.